without Boucher being here.
Yeah, and you're talking about Boucher, a guy who's averaged 27 points a game and 11 boards a game. And Lloyd, who again we expect to come off the bench.
Alizé Johnson, he's being covered by Cook. Downstairs, pump fake. Hicks goes up and gets a basket right away. A flat-footed rebound, if you will. He didn't have to go up. And Collinsworth, still the only team in professional sports who derive part of their name from a telephone area code. Notice on a three-ball knocks it in.
Game behind Long Island for first place in the Atlantic Division. The Mad Ants have been up and down.
And
they're just straight up.
Yeah, and Miller just went up and the ball went down. Hollins with Amari Johnson sets the screen. Good quick hands there by Collinsworth, and Adams will get an easy one. The rights to Jordan Hamilton, which were acquired as part of an earlier deal with the Windy City Bulls. And out front, Adams. Steph Hicks guarding him. Adams shot it in. Boy, you better get on him. He was floating sideways. Off the glass and in. We're stuck on two for a long time. Ball stolen away. This time it was Hollins who stole it. Feeds Amari Johnson, who lays it up and in. We mentioned Ike Onabogu is not here this evening. Watford a long one. Hits it. That's a three ball.
Minutes as perhaps he wanted to.
No.
Gansey said he could anticipate that if Christian was able to knock him down, he may stare in the direction of the Mad Ants bench.
Oh, man, Omari Johnson. Right, John, did he reach back on that one and fired it right in? Adams on the jumper, and he answers at the other end.
9 of 11 now for Toronto so far from the field.
Gray on a pump fake and fire. There it is. Gray. It off. Now the battle's on for the ball. And Collinsworth comes out with it all the way through, scores, whistle, and of course Adams first. You have such a change in personnel night to night. Gray has 4 quick points off the bench. Collinsworth tries him. Johnson blocked his shot. Hollins on a run out. Gray gets it. By Gray, overshot it, but Alizé Johnson stole the ball, and Johnson scores at the other end. But you and Donnie Walsh. Donnie Walsh was a big one on shoes, I'll tell you. Donnie Walsh knew a lot about shoes. I couldn't believe what he knew about shoes. It's 3-ball on the way, and it goes. I'll say he has not. Howard. Watford, they get it in on the block. McIntosh going to work. Bangs it off the glass and in.
This 905 team is a team that spreads it out, plays one of the faster paces.
Raptors 905 is the biggest team in the league. Howard missed a shot. It's an open basket for Barnett. That ties the ball game at 28 indeed. Stolen away. The Mad Ants could get their first lead. A feed, and Barnett on another down ball. This game tightened up in a hurry. Coverage of the NBA G League continues. He has 4, and Fort Wayne leading by 2. Pryor lets it go. They give him 3 on that one.
But the Bugaboo 8 turnovers, while the 905 only had 5.
Howard off the glass and scores it. That was a heck of a bank shot by Howard. Almost implied that Nwama was dragged down low in the post and tried to surround him a little. 3-ball on the way in. It's Watford again, and he hits it. And again, Watkins on a 3 did not get that one. Mad Ants on a run out. Gray lays it up and in. You remember the times when Raptors 905 was bringing in 2 or 3 7-footers and Caboclo. They were huge. Coming down the lane, Howard scores, blossomed into one of the outstanding players in the league. And I think we all knew that was going to happen. Amari Johnson knocks down a 3. You're right, he was not a showcased player. But one thing you could tell as Amari Johnson got banged, he got the basket. Jordan Lloyd trying to stop him.
Premier mid-major program. He had a redshirt his freshman year, but in 4 years there became the all-time leading scorer at Cal State Northridge and the go-to scorer, a facilitator. He's really shown that he can be versatile and do whatever it takes.
And a dunk there by Cook.
Plus minutes a game, so Madans were lucky that they didn't have to deal with him for the opening few minutes, but he seems to be settling in now.
Adams from the wing, and he hits another one. Wyoming must have been really something with him. Imagine they got you about 6,500 feet up in that rarefied air there. They get it to Alizé Johnson on the block. They got a big-time mismatch there. Hollins' three ball hits it!
To make it up to the NBA himself is that outside shot. And when he adds that to his game, and when he can make a shot like he did just there.
Notice Collinsworth bails out on a shot. Jordan Lloyd squares up, shot it inside settle. That ties the ball game at 50. Hollins takes off to the basket and scores. Boy, Hollins is so quick. Rebound again, he did not get it. Jordan Lloyd to Notice, to the basket, and he got it in with the left hand. He got against Cap City's MJ that way. Trey McKinney-Jones. A layup, Collinsworth.
Will reward guys for the work that they're putting in here in Fort Wayne.
Stephen Hicks got the rebound, put it up and in. He has 6. Alizé Johnson backing down Cook, spins on him. Good feet in traffic. Hicks somehow he got the basket. Boy, Nuwamu has a big upside, I think. Gray lets her go. Another 2. Rob Gray. No, excuse me, Jordan Lloyd in the ball game now. Beginning the second half. Cook got a feed from Jordan Lloyd, and score is on the down ball. Hicks penetrates. Whoop, ball popped out of there. Here's Lloyd on a run out. Amari Johnson is there to try to stop him, but Lloyd cut right in front of him. Well, certainly the Raptors 905 are missing Boucher. Miller on a nice move. He has 4.
Both with Toronto missing Boucher and the Madans missing Anabogu. It's just the...
Alizé Johnson drives Cook. Held it back. What a shot that was. Lloyd on a cut. Miller drives to the basket. Put it up and in, and he has 6. Alizé Johnson backs down, fires and hits. Never had a chance. Here's Collinsworth on a good field. Hollins, whoop, a little too fast for Gray to handle, but he chased it down. Steph Hicks for 3, and it's right there. You knew when that left his hand it was going in.
Have had one of the more consistent rosters in the entire league in terms of the number of...
Steph Hicks wanted that one. Collinsworth down the lane, and he gets it. Malcolm Miller's effort to rebound.
You know, in hockey, they say that an outstanding goalie will be able to stand on their head. On his head, he'll find a way to be in the mix for a loose ball.
Yeah, he can block shots with his feet. Notice on a three-pointer, puts it in. He has a dozen. So we have 2 pretty small units. These 2 teams will start running. I am sure they got it inside. Miller gets the basket. Miller now with 10. Keep in mind that Raptors 905 is winning at an 80% percentage on the road. Gray. Alizé Johnson will bring it up. Gray for 3. Right there. Gray. Hook pass to the baseline. Hicks. No. Yes. On the follow. McIntosh with the left hand.
Yeah, and as these teams play smaller right now.
Bound in heavy traffic taken out of there by Payeer. Cross courts in on the drive. McIntosh rams it. Watford, Fort Wayne brings it up. They continue To have a tight ball game here, Fort Wayne trailing by 1. Gray for 3, and it's there. Glass banger by Notice. McIntosh missed. Watford got the rebound and got it in. Pryor tried to dunk it. 3-ball, Amari Johnson hits it.
What a swing right there, a 5-point difference.
I like him.
And look, right now you got a 1-possession game inside of 9 minutes, and see the trust that Steve Gansey already is showing in these guys and giving them an opportunity to show their worth.
Gray, pump fake, came up, the ball stripped from behind. McIntosh on a run out, and Pryor lays it up with the left hand. Raptors 9:05 back in the lead by a point.
Turnovers hurting Fort Wayne, 16 of them, and they've led to 18 points for the 905.
And back to Alizé, spinning, ball taken away. Collinsworth with quick hands, nearly Euro-stepped, and McIntosh scores on the dunk. He has 11. He's over his rebounding average. Alizé Johnson lays it up.
Been pretty balanced on the side of the 905 as well.
The Mad Ants is a team 77-6, so they're pretty close to even. Out of the corner, Miller, that's a 3-ball. Missed the shot. Hicks on a run out, reverses, drives. Oh, the tip is good by Amari Johnson. Let's see.
Like so often, how adept he is as a shooter. But in a spot like this tonight, no Ike Anabogu.
That was in the Erie game here. That was a 20-point effort for him that night. And a foul called as the basket is made here or there. That's how close the game has been. Alizé Johnson, 27 points. That was a beauty. Adams squares up and hits it. Dead eye. There is.
Eyes completely focused on Hollins.
Rob Gray, backdoor cut. Hicks scores it. Hicks on a finesse dunk. There it was. Coverage of the NBA G League continues. The score of the Mad Ants 109, the Raptors 105. Out of the corner, Amari Johnson got a great look at it, missed the shot. Lloyd will run it out. Goes by Hollins. These are one of the players we featured. Alizé on the turnaround, gets that jump hook.
Getting away with some contact as well, and there, though, the sheer strength of Alizé Johnson to score through that.
Adams got in there with the left hand, but they rule his hand was in the cylinder when he touched it initially. Spin by McIntosh, gets the basket. 2 possessions if you play your cards right. Miller lets it go. Overshot it, an air ball, rebound. The Mad Ants win it. 117 to 112.
Yeah.